Hello folks. Well, today I'm going to tell you another side of my life. Many of you know I retired with 33 years in the USMC aviation field. You know, I did 20 years active duty and then 13 years in the active reserves. Well, during the time I was in the reserves, I ran my own company. Its main purpose was to educate and distribute acrylic surface protectors. Well, you see, at the time I was also a car buff. I had many cars in my lifetime. I had Mercedes, Daihatsu, PT Cruiser, Cadillac, and S10, Peugeot, Fords, and Chryslers, so I had to keep them all shiny. You see, at the time I was also a car buff, and I had for many years, including lots of cars, my favorite, a black Jaguar XKE 2+2 Series 1.5. It was a fantastic car, got lots of looks, and was really fast. I once raced John Simone Jr., that was my helicopter teacher, against his vet and blew him away. The thing is, it was black. It had original paint on it, and I wanted it to look good all the time, as Marines are taught to keep things really shiny. Well, I tried every brand of special car wax, treatments, fill and glazes from all the manufacturers. Well, I discovered this plastic conserve rungs from Europe. I began using them and was very satisfied. In fact, people from everywhere wanted to know if I just had painted my Jag. I said no. Well, that became so time-consuming and intense that I decided to open my own company, DH Distributing. So I began purchasing the products from an importer and selling them along with the Skylark EH-1 electric helicopters to every major BMW, Mercedes, Cadillac, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche dealer in Southern California, where people actually are absolutely crazy about their cars and how they look. I developed a demonstration that would prove how good it worked for them and really impress them. I will show you that demonstration at the end of this video. My idea was that since there were so many car waxes on the market, plus dealers were applying polyglyco treatments, that I had to show them a better way and easier too. Well, I began showing the expensive upper-end car dealers like Mercedes and Porsche, because if they didn't like it, then no way would Chevy or Ford dealers go for it. When I opened my office in San Juan Capistrano, California, one very young entrepreneur came once a week to buy a bottle of my stuff. He was restoring and polishing bicycles. He was 9 years old and his name was Adam. I'll tell you more about him in a bit. So after about 3 years of successfully selling the European surface protectors, I found it more and more difficult to buy the products due to the import costs, etc. Well, at that point, I teamed up with Bill Yates. He owned the largest VW, Porsche, Peugeot dealer in South Orange County, held a record at the track at Riverside Raceway, and we decided to make the products ourselves just to save the big money on shipping costs. We searched and actually found a chemical company that analyzed the product with a spectrum analyzer, and we actually made it much easier and better to use. To keep the European flavor, we decided to call it Der Shiniest. Der is a German word for the, and it worked. I began bottling the polish myself and labeling the bottles till we couldn't keep up. It was tremendous work late into the nights, but it paid off. Well, we were selling to all the major companies, dealers, and people you wouldn't even believe. We sold to Boeing, Disneyland, San Diego Aerospace Museum, auto body shops, window tinners, sheepskin stores, Beverly Hills Motoring Accessories, Terry York Rolls-Royce, Pacific Lamborghini, Gold Platers, Newport Imports, Crevier BMW, Mission Mercedes, Jim Slemons Mercedes, JN Chevrolet in Honolulu, all the Harley and Honda dealers, plexiglass manufacturers, auto detailers, auto museums, pilots, the Marine Corps PXs, and more. You see, the Der Shiny stuff was oil and silicone free and could be used on glass, plexiglass, and paints without any smears. It was so shiny it would knock your socks off and could be used in the sun, even being able to wipe it off the windows and paint with just your hands with no streaks. It was mind-blowing stuff. I even was selling to the pilot of Bear Paints because nothing worked on their plexiglass helicopter windshields like it. And painters like Jerry at Paint and Place in Anaheim loved it and sold tremendous amounts to his customers like Roger Penske and John Force, whose cars he painted. Nothing produced the shine like their shiny stuff, and it was so easy to put on. It's like putting a coat of clear acrylic on every time you applied it. The more you put it on, the shinier it got. Well, detailers are shining cars in parking lots without even washing them first using the all-in-one cleaner. That was called Real Stuff. I got tremendous support, including being featured in the Orange County Registered newspaper several times. Unheard of for products. I was contacted by the Home Shopping Network and was asked to appear on the show. I flew to Florida and went to a junkyard and bought a Mercedes-Benz hood and door to demo on, including put it on a painted chair owned by Hulk Hogan. Well, we sold out in no time when the director of the San Diego Aerospace Museum called in while I was on the air saying it was the best stuff on their plexiglass displays they ever saw. Well, we decided to start selling at the Orange County International Marketplace swap meet. It's huge, and I needed some help. That's when I called Adam and asked if he would help out. He came and we began selling their stuff. It was amazing selling thousands of dollars worth of stuff every weekend. When we reached the $2,000 mark in sales daily, Adam and I would have our boogie down dance to Ladies' Night by Kool and the Gang and a beer, and the crowd loved it. But it was extremely long hours working during the week to keep the dealers supplied, then showing up at the swap meet at 5 in the mornings on the weekends to set up the booths and demo all day. Well, things were going great, but they came to a head when my appendix burst and I was misdiagnosed. It was hit and miss for my survival, and I even flatlined twice. Very, very long recovery. Well, at that point, the doctors told me I needed to slow down. The tremendous pressure and driving to dealers in Southern California was getting more and more difficult as the traffic was so time-consuming and really getting way more congested. Well, at that point, 11 years ago, I decided to retire and bail out of Southern California and move back to the Midwest, where my wife was born. Her brother, who has since passed, was very sick, so we left and came back here. Now enter Adam. Adam learned a lot from those early swap meet days, and during one of them was approached by Coca-Cola to detail their trucks, hundreds of them. Adam picked up the pieces and began making products that were so improved and easy to use to help him with his detailing that he developed into his own company called Adam's Polishes. He actually never named his company, it just sort of happened since he became known as Products Were Adams. Today, Adams Polishes actually has tremendous attributes. He is the licensed polish manufacturer for General Motors and its Corvette and Camaro division. Every new Corvette gets treated with his stuff right at the factory. Adams Polish is also sold at the famous Corvette Museum. He's also the official detailing company and sponsor of the famous Barrett-Jackson Auction and Car Show. He's also the presenting sponsor of the Hot August Nights Car Show in Reno, Nevada. This is the largest hot rod show with 7,000 to 8,000 cars on display. He's going to be at the SEMA Car Show this year, one that I also did. So if you're looking for something good among the many products, and I know everybody's got your own thing, you may like to try some of this stuff. I think you're going to be blown away. In fact, here locally, I gave some samples to one of the real estate agents in town, and the results were this black Corvette, which looks like wet paint, and of course the hardware store now proudly selling the polish. Sibley Auto Sales and Body Shop is now selling and using Adam's stuff too, since it can be painted over with no fish eyes. Well, the pictures you've been seeing are just some of my past accounts, and I hope you enjoy seeing the credibility of these incredible products. I'm not affiliated at all with Adam's company, but I only wanted to demonstrate it and show you. If you want some, you can go directly to his website where Adam has incredible and very helpful detailing videos to make your car, plane, boat, or motorcycle really shine. So if you're looking for the Der Stuff products, these are the improved versions that Adam has. The Detail Spray is similar to the Dusting Mist. The Revive Hand Polish is the Real Stuff. The Brilliant Glaze is the Der Shiny Stuff. And the VRT is the Vinyl Stuff. This stuff is really good. We introduced microfiber cloths and clay stuff long ago, and the new microfiber cloth that Adam has is just amazing. This is fantastic. The microfiber sponge for applying the polish is fantastic also, and the block sponge for putting on the vinyl stuff also works really well. We had long introduced the clay stuff a long time ago too, and Adam's new Visco clay has an applicator to put it on with, and he also has the clay gloves. We want to show it to you for those people that are looking for the stuff that we used to have. So here's my demonstration. I did it live, unstaged, and for my 70-year-old heart. So shine it on. Here we go. This is about 1 million coats of pure acrylic. That's the stuff. It's 8% clearer than glass. It's a 2-year-old car. Adam has this stuff called Visco clay. And it's kind of neat. You know what clay is, right? If you've got rough, it feels like rough when you rub your hand over it. Okay. You can take his detail spray, and this is absolutely amazing stuff for just dusting the car off. Once you get it polished, that's all you need. But you know, you twist it up. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen this stuff?
No, I've never
You've never seen clay?
No.
So you put that. If your car doesn't feel smooth, you take that and you just rub this on the paint. And this takes all that.
Use that with the detail spray.
Yeah, use that with the detail spray. If I took just lighter fluid by itself to wax, just that alone
would destroy it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's heat that up a little bit here. Enamel spray paint. So if you get paint overspray on your car, now that dries pretty fast, but I'll just fry it in.
I guarantee you, when I get this stuff, I am not doing this to
Now, this is just water. I want to show you. We'll cool that down a little bit. Now go ahead and rub on that and make sure that's really on there.
Oh yeah. It's
now
it's ruined.
how would you get that off?
Probably have to go to a body shop, and then they'd say, well, we're going to take off, sand it all down and start all over.
What I do is the Revive hand polish. Now he makes stuff that's even stronger, you know, that could get this off, but non-abrasively. You would want to, you know, clean your paint without scratching. I asked one guy, and he says, "Oh, I get that off with a razor blade." Huh. Are you kidding? Who could do that, right?
Not anybody.
Let me get this cleaned up here. I burned it in pretty good. See if I got it all.
And there's still paint. You can't take the paint off. Huh?
Go ahead.
You just kind of let
Just,
it
no, you don't even have to wait for it to dry. You don't have to rub it hard either. People scratch their paint because they have to rub it so hard to get the wax off.
Well, that's happened to me.
Well, if you don't have to rub it hard, you're not really...
It gets away from you in the sun?
Yeah, no problem. You could sit out there for 2 days in the sun and it'll still wipe off your hand. Now feel that. Just feel that.
That's not
I mean,
possible.
feel it.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. I saw what you did, and I still don't believe it. Yeah.
So that's the Revive. Just to show you something. If this had silicone in it, or wax or oil, you wouldn't be able to get tape to stick to it.
Wow.
So that just proves that there's no oil in it.
No, and there's still
because if
on
you,
the back of the tape
yeah,
too, so
just wipe it off.
Really?
Yep. Cannot believe how this stuff works. Okay. This is the brilliant glaze. We used to call it Der Shiny stuff.
Der Shiny stuff.
This way. So this is your final stuff. So this goes on almost instantly. Same thing, will it dry? This is the stuff I did my See, I already did these, so you can't tell because you could feel it with your fingernails.
But yeah, what I'm interested in, put it on the black once and see.
Yeah, but the
That dries.
vinyl stuff is what will take it off of there. So what I do is I go around and do the whole car with this, then go around and use the vinyl stuff to clean all your rubber and black plastic trim. And you can do that with this.
So you can let this get as
See this?
dry as you want and still be able to take it off.
Oh yeah, so then I would go around and do this. If I even got this on the paint, go ahead, you can wipe the whole thing off. It all is made out of the same stuff.
Well, the problem I have is I'm
Now,
not
see.
coordinated enough not to get a little bit.
Well, you will, but anyway, just go ahead. I just put it on there. Just wipe it off. You wipe the whole car off with one rag.
Wow. Look at that.
And what I do with this vinyl stuff also, I put 50% water in here and mixed it. So I can go around and spray the tires. You don't have to wipe them dry, but to me, it's better to wipe them dry, you know.
Wow. So you don't have to buy 100.
If you did, no, you know, this is specialty stuff. This is the absolute best stuff. And I spray the whole engine. I'll have to show you my engine. I spray that on the engine. You don't have to do a thing, just spray it on there. If you were to wax your car 50 times, how many coats do you have?
One.
That's right. This is 1,000,000 coats. You know, so
So
that's
it just
basically,
keeps on building up.
it keeps building up and it gets better all the time. Who knows what this is going to look like in here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look it.
Looks like showroom.
Hey, man. Hey, yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just spray the whole thing and let it dry on its own. I
Oh,
don't
you
wipe
have
it
to
any.
wipe it down or anything?
I didn't, no. It does amazing on hoses.
Probably keeps them alive better too.
It's got it on here. Great for engine bay plastics and hoses. You know, I like to wipe it off like on the tires and stuff, but it's just no big deal because it makes everything really pretty. And it looks brand new. If you're going to sell your car, there's no choice. Take your credit card, you soak the bug, you let it sit for a few minutes, and then use the credit card. That's a chip, so I can't get that off. But that's a chip. These are all chips. But this is the easiest way to get the bugs off without scratching the hell out of your paint. Yeah, I don't have any bugs on this to show you. But that's the mist stuff. So that's how I get my bugs off. And you know, there's a lot of bugs around here.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, folks. You know, I'm not telling you to buy any of these products, just presenting some of my history and some very good products with great attributes and endorsements to shine and protect what you have. If you think Adam's polishes may be something you'd like, you can contact Adam at adamspolishes.com. His warranty is amazing and the link is in the description box. Adam has many detailing videos and many products that will fix just about anything. So make sure you tell him Der Dave sent you. And here's some news. I have a limited supply for my subscribers and can offer the 6 products shown in this video at a discount of $5 off the retail of each product. A 16-ounce bottle will shine and protect 3 to 5 cars. So if you want to take advantage of this deal, then send a check or money order. Checks take a little longer to clear, plus shipping to my address is shown in the video description box. Remember, he who dares nothing need not expect anything, and for those who continue to do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Thanks again for watching, folks, and shine it on.